The Manus AI Agent announced last month made quite a splash. The examples we saw were truly impressive. We couldn't start using it right away. There is an invitation system. They are gradually making it available. I received the invitation just last week. After that, I decided to prepare this video. Since I can't help but compare things, I immediately added. Next to Manus AI, an AI agent that can do similar tasks, which you can use for free on the web. And next to that, an AI agent you can use locally on your computer. First, let's clarify this right away. Manus AI and the others are not an artificial intelligence model. In other words, they are not standalone models like ChatGPT or Claude. They are AI agents. So when we make a request from them, they use various tools, work, and bring us the result. They can search the web, use a web browser, generate audio, and write code. They can execute this code. They prepare presentations. They can create files in different formats. If I were to explain Manus AI in the simplest way, you can think of it like a conductor. You say, I need a psalm in this style. It immediately says, does its research, finds the instruments it might need, and finds musicians who can play those instruments. It gives them the sheet music, and creates a song. In summary, Manus AI is truly successful. With what it can do now, it will surprise you and make you dream about what it can do in the future. Or without dreaming at all, you can dismiss it by saying, these things are still 10 years away. Let's get started. I'm on the Manus website. As I mentioned, Manus is a very powerful AI agent. In other words, you request something from it, and it organizes its friends to deliver what you want very successfully. The power behind Manus is Claude 3.7 Sonnet. This is where it wins my heart. It performs all its operations using Claude 3.7 Sonnet. They have created a great case gallery to showcase what it can do. Because it uses an invitation system and doesn't provide much free credit after the invitation, the credits run out quickly after making 3 requests. For this reason, I suggest taking a look at these cases before using it. It will give you great ideas. For example, there's a case here where it compares 4 insurance policies. I clicked on it. It opened the page for me as if I had a Manus membership. It uploaded 4 policies. It asked to prepare a table comparing these. I click on the replay button over there. It shows how it reached this result, step by step. First, it prepares a to-do list for itself, writes down what it will do there, and performs the tasks one by one. It writes code to use in a comparison. By clicking the skip results button over there, you can go directly to the result. As you can see, it has laid everything out in the travel insurance comparison file. It shows what the policies can do in different health situations. What else can it do? It can perform detailed company and stock market analysis. It came to the education tab, the momentum theorem. It can prepare great materials for education. They did a study for a physics class. Again, it created a to-do list, worked on it, and prepared this HTML lesson material you see. With the timeline here, you can navigate through all the production stages. I return to the home page. You can click the Get Started button over there to sign up for the invitation list. I came across a great visual that explains exactly what Manus does. I immediately transformed it into a Ghibli site with ChatGPT. Why? Because I can. Look, it sends the user question with a user query. The question comes to the assistant agent. The agent says, who among us can handle this task? Web agent, search agent, code agent. It says, come here, let me see. It assigns them the task. They then go and use whatever they can from the tools pull toolkit to find the information they need. If browser use is required, they use that. If they need to watch a video, generate sound, or create a photo, they use that. If they need to work on files, they work there, or if code is needed, they code. If more people are needed, it calls for more agents and gathers people from the neighborhood at the door. Exactly like that. Then all these results come in. The assistant agent combines these and presents them to the end users. In the future, it will undertake complete software projects, make films, and conduct large research projects. This is how it will be. This is the path. The software used will develop, Claude model capacity will improve, and it will happen. It might take another 10 years. I don't know this, but when I explained AI agents theoretically in November, I talked about them using these templates. In 5 months, the shop opened. Good luck with the business. Manus is currently operating in a closed manner. The person in this video announced that they will soon release it as open source. We'll see. Let's look at the benchmark tests. GAIA tests are used for these AI agents. That is, General AI Assistant. There are questions where they will have to use many tools. There are currently 466 questions. It has a document like this. I'll leave the link for those interested. For example, a sample question asks about the color of an astronaut's underwear at NASA. Of course not. In these questions, it has surpassed OpenAI's deep research and the previous most successful model, SOTA, which stands for state of the art. I can't understand this. If deep research is better than the soda model, doesn't that make soda the deep research? Anyway, let's look at the price. When receiving an invitation, you get a free 1,000 credits, which you can use. If you pay $39, you can use 3,900 credits per month. Those who trust their dollar can pay $199 to use 19,900 credits. Let's see how the credit system works. There's a meter. It deducts credits the system works. Sometimes it researches for up to 2 hours, routes info through the third bridge, then deducts credits. If works for 15 minutes, takes 200 credits. There's a rough table here. Another strong AI agent is h2o.ai. You can access it from the h2o.ai website. I think you're going to love it. I've been using it for 2 or 3 days. It's free and I haven't reached its limits yet. You can click the chat now button right there to log in. You can also activate and use the agent and deep research buttons over there. Another AI agent we have is Genspark Super Agent. This one is very new. It was quickly announced. This one works like the others. You give it a task, it identifies the needs, works on it, and delivers the result. This one also produces videos and visuals with successful models, unlike the others. You can choose the model you want for production, or you can say mixture of agents to mix it up, letting each one handle a part of the task. It has various different agents. Choose the best models for translation or automix. Genspark uses all models according to the situation. For instance, Manus only operates with cloud. My latest model is an open source model. If an application has an open source, I definitely want to showcase it as well. My goal is to remove our hesitation towards these. People get overwhelmed when they see code and such. It shouldn't be like that. We need to address it directly. Now we have artificial intelligence support. Everyone will get into software work. No more applications for 1250 TL. Those prices will come down very expensive. I think the most successful open source counterpart to Manus is Oval. It was published on a GitHub page like this. Look, they've explained what's happening here. I borrowed the visual from here. They've explained it wonderfully. Didn't want to deal with it again. Oval also introduced the web interface last week. I thought I'd explain it now. How are we going to set this up? I'll show you the method I use myself. As you know, I don't know how to code. I'm 45 years old now. Honestly, I don't want to spend the rest of my time learning to code. 20-year-olds have stopped learning to code. What's missing in me? I'm quitting too. So how am I going to do it with this ignorance? First, I copied the GitHub link. I came to ChatGPT. I activated the web search so ChatGPT can go and check it out. What's missing from GitHub? Stack Overflow and developers? If developers go and look there, why shouldn't ChatGPT? On the other hand, it should be able to read the Oval application. Then I entered my prompt. I use a Mac computer. Can you help me set up the web app of this application? I said and sent it. If you are using Linux, write Linux. If you are using Windows, write Windows. It quickly responded, saying first, open your terminal. Otherwise, you should install the Homebrew app. I have Homebrew. That's why I'm not install it. It requires Python version 3.10. Well, I don't know that. We can install it. I copied the command, went to the terminal, pasted the command, pressed enter, and sent it. It was already there, but it reinstalled it. I guess it thought having the new one is better. Make sure the pip package is up to date, it said. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not curious about what it is. I copied these two, went to the terminal, pasted them, and pressed enter. It updated everything. I came back to ChatGPT again. I need to install Playwright. I copied this, went to the terminal, entered it, and sent it. It downloaded and installed it. It is. Now, I will download Oval to my computer. I copied the command line with Git. Where will it download this? Since I didn't specify a location, it will download to the home folder on my computer. There is no folder named Oval in my home folder. It will download shortly. I went to the terminal, pasted it, and sent it. It downloaded. A moment ago, there was no Oval in the home folder. Now there is. I came to ChatGPT to create the virtual environment. Copied, pasted, sent, installed. You see how I'm installing it, right? Without any hiccups. I'm back ChatGPT. We loved installing packages. Let's download all of them. Why are we downloading them one by one? I don't understand. I really don't understand. I mean, they can't not know this. If you don't know, ask ChatGPT to explain how to do it. We're getting overwhelmed here. Download. I copied these two. I pressed enter. The packages started loading. I hope this is the last one. I'm really overwhelmed. As you can see, it's very simple, but as many steps the download process is finished. I'm back on ChatGPT. Now we can run it. But there's something missing here. The command over there says run py. Since ChatGPT can't see inside the folder, it wrote default text. The file in the folder is named webapp.py, so we need to write that. Even if entered like this, it wouldn't work. It'd error. When we re-enter ChatGPT, it would tell us to check the folder for that error. So even if you're not paying attention, ChatGPT will guide you. Don't worry. You'll solve it with ChatGPT no matter what. You just need to stay calm and solve it slowly. I copied this command and pasted it into the terminal. I deleted run py and replaced it with webapp. I pressed enter and it ran. Look, it gave a link starting with 127. I clicked on it while holding down the command key and it opened in my browser. Now I have an AI agent running locally. As I said, if it gives an error during installation, you can solve it by entering the error into ChatGPT. Windows seems a bit finicky because the questions I receive are always related to Windows machines. Perhaps I'm not sure if Windows is problematic, the software is problematic, or people just can't fully solve it. Now we've installed this, but as I said, this is not a model after all. You can think of this like a car. We need to attach an engine to it. There's an enrollment variable management link here. I clicked on it. I will enter the APIs of the models I will use from here. Since you don't like paid options, you can use Gemini. Gemini is free. I will enter the OpenAI, DeepSeek, and Firecloud APIs. I won't enter the others. I entered my APIs. I clicked the Save Changes button. Now my Oval AI agent is ready too. We've prepared the tools. Now, let's start asking our questions. There are a lot of text-to-video AI models. It's hard to decide which one is the best. To decide, you need to try them out. Trying them out is also quite costly. Let's see if we can get a preliminary idea about this. First, I'm on Manus. I entered my prompt. I'm looking for the most successful text-to-video AI models. Conduct a very detailed research for this. Examine blogs and people's comments. Can you prepare a website for me by scoring them out of 100 points, including their pros and cons? I said, I wanted to do the research that I would do. From here, I can choose standard or high effort. High effort is a more detailed, long-term option that will naturally consume more credits. I think standard will be sufficient for this research. You can also upload your own files and run them using the paperclip icon here. I sent it. It started working, and first it gave feedback, summarizing what it understood. By the way, Manus also has a mobile app. You can access it by clicking the link here and scanning the QR code. You can use all its features from mobile as well. If you click on the Manage Computer image here, you can see that Manus is using a virtual computer for you. It uses it like a browser user application, similar to OpenAI's operator. As you can see, it prepared a to-do list, marks what it has done, and prepared the websites it will review. It also exported these as a Word document. You can access and download them from here as well. Look, we can also see how it visits web pages in the browser window. It can't access some pages, gets blocked, but it doesn't get upset or give up. It tries to enter another page. You can take control of the page with the Take Control button from here. Let this continue. I came to h2o. You can log in with the Chat Now button over there. Don't bother with the sign in at the top right corner. I tried it. That's how I know. Such a page greeted me. I activated Agent and Deep Research. Then I entered the same prompt and sent it. I came to locally installed application Oval. I entered the same prompt and sent it with the Run button. Finally, I came to Genspark Super Agent. I selected the Super Agent title from the menu on the left, entered my prompt, and sent it. My credit card was charged. I'm not fooled. I close it, move. They completed it. First, I'm on Manus. First, let me show you this. You can access all the files it called from here. For example, it gathered the comments of the models into separate files and created a website using all the information exactly as I wanted. Even someone who has no idea what we asked from Manus can understand what we inquired about by looking at this website. It prepared an introduction section, identified the strengths and weaknesses of the models one by one, scored them out of 100 as I wanted, and explained the criteria for evaluation. I didn't ask for these from it. It really prepared it wonderfully. It also prepared the table. It placed Runway Gen 3 first with 88 points. Gen 4 released, Google View 2. It missed these. It makes inferences based on whatever it found on the internet. Let's say Runway Gen 4 is new and there's no content about it, but I think it should have been able to find Google View 2. It also provided the result. It spent 330 credits for these operations. It took 20 minutes to complete this research. Let's see what h2o, free, has done. It didn't prepare a website, it produced a report. It gave 95 points to Google View 2. Look, this one found View 2. Congratulations. It said second according to the research. Kling AI remained lower. I just can't agree with this. It prepared a radar chart showing the features in detail. This has become a very understandable chart. For example, we can immediately see that it has a user-friendly interface. They also prepared detailed charts, examined the models one by one, and produced a nice piece of work. They didn't make a web page, but I think the research was more successful than Manus. I will add these results to the description section of the video. You can review them there yourself. I came to Oval, and they also finished and prepared the HTML codes. This is the poor agent. Other AI agents, this is the poor one. Give us a hard time. I copied the codes and came to Replit. I called it poor, but connected OpenAI's API. I don't know how many tokens it used. It might have bankrupted me, we'll see. I clicked on the Create App button. From the page, I selected HTML. I clicked Create App again, and it created it. I pasted the HTML codes I copied and clicked the Run button. I opened the created page in a new tab. It says Runway Gen 2. It's so outdated, you know. Yet, I had entered the Firecrow API to be able to browse the web. Just look at how the rich live with Manus. Genspark Super Agent created the HTML page. I clicked it open. I opened it in a new tab. It has prepared a nice page. It hasn't seen Google View 2 and Runway Gen 4. It gave a score of 92 based on Kling AI research. It looks successful. It also included the prices, an important detail. It has user comments. Genspark's budget is $20 per month. It gives 10,000 credits in return. 200 of my credits were used for this question I asked, so roughly, you can ask about 50 questions per month. Let's continue with another research. Let's say I am an avocado producer and I want to enter the UK market. I have no idea who to contact or how. Let's ask and see if they can help. First, I came to Manus. I entered my prompt. We are a very successful company in avocado production. I said, find 10 companies in the UK where I might have the potential to sell avocados and gather their information, purchasing capacities, addresses, phone numbers, contact person, and email addresses to create a table, and I sent it. It started working. I'm coming to h2o. I entered the same prompt for it. I opened Agent and Deep Research and sent it. I came to Oval. I entered the same prompt for it and sent it. I can't access Genspark Super Agent since I ran out of credit on the first question. Manus asked questions to better work on the topic, and I'm answering them. It asked what type of avocado I have. Since I didn't know, I said I have all types. Similarly, it asked about my export target. I still don't know how many tons an avocado is. Let's start with 2 tons for this, so it's good to be cautious. Now, let's not get overwhelmed if orders come in. Let's deliver them somehow. It asked about my organic certified products. Come on, organic is our thing. We're organic all the way to our tractor. It asked about my customer target. I say it could be all of them. We're like goalkeepers, we can dive anywhere. They asked any other exports. Yes, I did. I sent them. They completed their research. Let's look now. Look, I'm going back through the transactions they did. This research took 1 hour. Let's look at their files. They've filed everything separately here. Let's look at the result. There's a web page link here. I clicked on it and it opened. Nice. They've designed the page in avocado green. Nice thought. They've both listed the companies and prepared a report. I said show all the companies. They've displayed all of them with the filter. Web address, phone, email. The report is detailed. They've done an excellent job. If we were to research, we would have followed a similar path. Share the link to this study. You can review the result in detail. I came to h2o. They've prepared the table and reached almost the same companies. The avocado company holds 25% of the market. As you scroll down, they've also taken screenshots of the pages. You can see these in the report. Here in the PNG, some texts are a bit overlapped. You can open the HTML from here. They've prepared all the information and entered small manager notes in the right column of the company. Great. I think it's nice that h2o does all this for free. I've been working on it. I've asked a lot of questions. I haven't reached the bottom yet. I suggest you try it before the shop closes. I've come to Oval. Successfully completed, he said. I'm scrolling down. I ask in Turkish. It replies in English. ChatGPT, DeepSeek knows Turkish. They can also respond in Turkish. It's a bit strange. Anyway, let's see what it said. Great. It prepared a guide for me on how to do it. It gives me a task. It says if you find the company's name, address, phone number, and contact person, you'll get what you want. Well done, Oval. A real agent. Brilliant. How did I not think of this? Anyway, since others have done it, there's no need to waste time on this. Let's try to have it write a script. Let's give it a topic and let it write a script about that topic. At the same time, let it gather images related to the topic for us to use in the editing. I'm on Manus. I've entered my prompt. Research the background of Orhan Veli and prepare a comprehensive YouTube video script based on your findings. Let the script be around 1,000 words within a story. The script should follow an introduction, development, and impactful conclusion template. Also, save the images you find during your research. I said I could use them in editing and sent it. I entered the same prompt into h2o and sent it. I entered the same prompt into Oval and sent it. They all started working. Manus asked 5 different questions to clarify the topic again. We quickly answered these as well. They completed their work. First time with Manus. He worked on the intro, development, and conclusion sections separately and prepared a final script. He also saved the images. Just as I wanted, he supported the editing with a view of the Bosphorus, light music, and seagull sounds. He entered the voiceover script. He told me to insert the image in between. He finished with a poem by Orhan Veli at the end. I think it's quite successful. Manus, check h2o. He also seems to have written successfully. He also mentioned where to insert the images in the editing. If he saved the images too, then it's all good for me. Since it's free, I'm being lenient. He also included information about Orhan Veli's tragic death. He prepared the final section as well. He ended with words from Sait Fake and Aktay Rafat about Orhan Veli. He reviewed 107 websites. That's really good. I clicked on download files. He prepared the images. The script is available for download here. Let's look at Oval. This one prepared it in English again. English Orhan Veli. If you're going to prepare content in English, this Oval is ideal. He couldn't download the images but provided the links. Great job. Now, let's ask for something in a different format in this new question. Let's ask them to produce a sound effect for us. Let's see if they can do it. I'm in Manus. I entered my prompt. I need the engine sound of a 1992 model BMW. Can you prepare a sound effect lasting about 10 seconds? I said and sent it. It started working. I came to h2o and opened Agent and Deep Research. I entered my prompt and sent it. Finally, I came to Oval. I don't think this one can do it, but I entered my prompt and sent it anyway. I came to Manus. Manus came back with questions again. I loved the first question. I feel like I found the friend I can't stop talking about cars with. E36, of course, is the 3 Series. By the way, this car was among the top 10 best cars every year during its production from the 90s to 2000. Anyway, if I get into this topic, the video will be 5.5 hours long. I won't drag it out. I'll go through it quickly. In the second question, it asks the conditions of the engine sound. First idle, then acceleration. He asks this, but if he can do it, it will be amazing. I quickly answered his other requests and sent them. Let's see he will do it. He went to E36 YouTube videos. He opened the videos and is listening to the engine sound. Incredible. He's downloading the sounds. They completed it. Well, let's see how it turned out. I clicked on it. It opened and I pressed the play icon. Nice, but this isn't E36. I mean, it's nice as an engine sound, but I don't think it's E36, not for sure. Good try. It's good, but I think he did a good job with the idle, engine, and acceleration. Let's see. He did it for h2o. He prepared an analysis table. Good. We're theoretically good. Let's see what happened to the sound. Let's see the product downloaded it. I pressed play. No, didn't work. Sounds torn. Still, their efforts were nice. Their good intentions were. We respect that. Let's look at Oval. There's no movement. He's giving us directions. We've come to our last example. So far, we've always asked them to find something. Now let's give them a file and request something about this file. I'm on Manus. I clicked on the attachment icon and I'm going to upload a fictional Amazon sales file from my computer. It contains everything from the number of products sold in the last month, revenue, profit, cost, and similar details of an e-commerce site. The upload is complete. I also entered my prompt. Additionally, can you analyze the sales data of my Amazon store from last month in detail with updates and suggest data-driven strategies to increase next month's sales by 10%? I said and sent it. I tried hard to upload the file to h2o, but it didn't upload. Suspecting Chrome, I tried it on the Safari browser, but it still didn't work. If you can upload it, let me know in the comments. Files can't be uploaded to Oval anyway. Only Manus is left. Let's see what it can do. Manus completed it. It analyzed the data and made suggestions to increase sales. Let's see. It summarized the data nicely. It identified certain patterns in sales. There was a decline in the last week. It increased by 10% on weekends. Sales were highest on Tuesdays and lowest on Thursdays. The profit margin varied between 26 and 42%. These are very nice things. It can see correlations in these types of reports that we might miss. It also suggested strategies. It suggested weekend campaigns, Tuesday deals, and strengthening Thursdays. It also suggested increasing the basket value. Besides these summaries, it also prepared graphs. Amazing. It prepared tables by evaluating all possible scenarios. I think it will be very useful. I'm old enough for this. There have always been those who said technology has another 10 years, but here we are. We are progressing much faster than we thought. AI agents are doing research, analyzing, and producing content on our behalf. It seems like there won't be much left for us to do. So, I want to ask all of us this question. What will make us humans special on this journey? Is it creativity, empathy, or the ability to use these tools in the best way? Maybe it's all of them.